The paralysis of souls and their inability to move is a disease that afflicts those who are overly sensitive to mistakes. The fear of making mistakes kills spontaneity and puts magnifying glasses on us, making everything around us seem bigger than it is. We must accept the discontent, discouragement, and astonishment of some people, because being overly sensitive to that makes you programmed according to their code, seeking their approval, striving for perfection just for them, and pretending to be someone you are not. Accept a small margin of error, for perfection belongs to God alone. Learn from Him how to move past it, then set out once again on the path of life. You may fall at times and walk at others, until you reach your destination, God willing. From a rational perspective, a mistake is something you did and later wished that after reflection, maturity, consultation, and learning, you wish you hadn't done it, or that you had done it differently. And the word later could mean a fraction of a second, or it could mean a decade. When you neglect your health until you fall ill, later takes a long time to appear. But when you tighten the screw too much and the tire breaks, later will be brief and immediate, and you will feel the mistake right away. There is a gap of time between the action, the mistake, and the regret. And this period, no matter how long or short, is essentially a space where you can free yourself from the shackles of the mistake. In the moment of action, you do what seems right, reasonable, and acceptable to you. And it is your later interpretation of the consequences of the action that turns the action into a mistake. A mistake is a retrospective label we assign when we later realize that things could have been better than they were. And regret is a feeling that accompanies a person when they become aware of their mistake. Do not intentionally fall into mistakes, but welcome them if they happen. If they happen unintentionally, cleanse your soul from them with repentance, your body with action, your work with determination, and your stumbles with perseverance. A mistake is only felt after our awareness expands, and we perceive the facts more fully and deeply. We might do something believing that it is in our best interest and that the potential harms are non-existent or minimal, but after our understanding grows, things become clearer and closer to the truth. Awareness is the level of clarity that allows you to see, hear, understand, and feel all the facts related to the action you have taken. Your awareness at that moment is the final outcome of your intelligence, thinking, connections, analysis, experiences, upbringing, trials, culture, instincts, knowledge, intuition, emotions, past, present, and future. And it is influenced by your physical, psychological, and mental state, your environment, and everything surrounding you. Therefore, your decision at that moment to do something depends on the degree and level of your awareness. If it is correct, then thank God. And if it is wrong, then thank God, correct it, and know that the one who surrounds you, knows everything, and changes everything is Allah, glorified and exalted be He. If your wisdom is absent, His wisdom is never absent. Talking about mistakes does not mean that we are not responsible for their consequences, nor does it mean that we are not to be blamed for their outcomes. Rather, it means that we should look at ourselves as we would look at a dear person who did their utmost and sought to do what is right, and that this person has limited awareness and made their decision based on the level of awareness they had. So we treat them as someone who has made a sincere effort, and if they are right, they receive a double reward. And if they are wrong, they still earn a reward for their effort. Your responsibility means accepting the consequences of your actions, for every action has a price that must be paid. And when you make a mistake, remember, you are not foolish, clumsy, stupid, or insane. You are a human being practicing your humanity. And before you set out on the path of your decision, pay attention to the sign of consultation. And don't forget to put on the lens of seeking guidance from God, fully confident that He will either make things easy for you or turn them away from you and grant you contentment. Peace.